Let's try that again.
Peggy 16.
Let's turn that down just a smidge because my ears. There we go.
Since time immemorial, life has used death to facilitate adaptation in an ever-changing environment. The old and infirm are weeded out, allowing the species to thrive. Generational succession.
There are beasts ahead of you. They must have gotten in and made themselves at home. I'm detecting something. You'll have to deal with it to continue on. Even during the war, the people labored to maintain the castle. It meant a lot to them.
Horse! Sorry.
We obtain more precise measurements. Narrow the range of variables to avoid unnecessary trial and error. That is the most expeditious course of action. That will do. We have enough to proceed with an analysis.
Died? Whatever do you mean?
We ask that all recipients equip their regulators and promptly complete device registration.
Ultimately, what you think is immaterial, for the seeds we've sown have already quickened.
I will show you the soul of a royal knight!
The people have glimpsed hope in transcending death, and they can ill turn away from it.
I like trying to guess
Our kind is at hand. Together we shall rise
the fighter's souls.
bask in the infinite possibilities of eternal life.
We have important business with you. We left something in your keeping, the key to interdimensional fusion. You will kindly return it to us, yes?
Right. Dance Frog. I think his name is literally just Dancing Queen. That's his thing. He looks to be the coolest, but the first one. Yeah. So we've got this guy, very clearly a seedkin of some kind. Like one of the plant type ones. Maybe you know the ones that like little Venus flytrap dinosaurs? One of those seedkin, I think. Or an Aku. It's always an Aku of some kind. But he's very clearly a plant. And themed with cities. So it's like a high-rise but with a plant. He's a plant man. There's another view, yeah. Like a building site? Maybe a building themed? Can I make this bigger?
Glimpsed hope in transcending death.
Splatoon crossover. No, that's this character. Now, what is this Lalafell with? They really do look Splatoony. I've made that too big and now the thing is not centered on the screen and that's going to annoy me. A Lalafell painter machinist? Yeah. It's definitely a painter aspect. But what's this? There's some sort of shellfish. Like these little guys at the back.
And they can ill...
Now, what an interesting pattern on the arena. a jellyfish or a cuttlefish, something along those lines. This is definitely Splatoon arena. Maybe their arena changes, because isn't it different in the previous one? Yeah, they've got like, yeah, it's a square arena, but it's more of a basic arena. They've got the painted cartoony background like Honeybee Lovely does. So there must be something about their skills that lore-wise is a bit too much for an audience to be live. They look like jelly. Or, you know, that with the little danger slime signs. Yeah, now we got danger paint. Here's Pictomancer boss. This one is interesting. I'm trying to think of what his design reminds me of. But I can't place it. Only some kids died. Yeah, it's fine. Bozja flying robots. Yeah, I haven't played much of Bozja, but it's something along those lines. Definitely mech sort of stuff. It looks like a bee, but a robot bee. What is it he's reminding me of? It's some anime thing. Raiden. Optimus Prime. It's not quite. Maybe it's my mind's just mixed up a bunch of things and it's making us R-wing. He's an R-wing. Yeah. He's an R-wing and he's got a foxtail. So, yeah, I think those are the 4 fighters. Literally Fox McCloud. And these bosses poking fun at dead Nintendo franchise. Well, I wouldn't call Splatoon dead, but maybe. So we got Plant, we got Squid, we got Fox McCloud, and we've got Dancing Queen, who is either a frog or a bug. I think he's a frog. Because he's got like the big froggy hands and feet. Slippy Day. Yeah, they're all just Star Fox characters. I'm interested to see how the mechanics in the fights work out more. To quote Nintendo, look at the man's abs. He does have an excessive amount of abs. He's got more abs than that bomb guy. His bomb guy had a face for abs. Yeah, they're literally painting murals. So that must just be how they changed the arena. And we got him with his silly little Michael Jackson dancing. Yeah, he's probably a frog. Like, look at those feet. Like, I don't care whether the game's hard or easy or whatever. I just want to see the silly guys and then punch them in the face with my arrows. Is that too much to ask? I should probably put my PNG tuber on top of the thing so that it looks like I'm actually doing something. I like the aesthetic of these bosses. Would be interesting to see how they fare. Yeah, like we've only seen the mechanics really for Dancing Queen, and that was only a glimpse during the live letter. He has like counting. There's a lot of counting with his. Catgirl and Horse Girl were fun fights. Middle 2 not so much. I don't know. Honeybee was quite fun. Honeybee was fun. I think people just didn't like it so much because she was mean. I think they nerfed the way her bleed works. I'm sure it worked differently when it was new than when it does now. You tank them all. I haven't tried tanking them yet. I'm scared. But I should try. I've got a pocket healer. My brother heals all the time. But I am interested. Like, this guy seems to have counting. The Pictomancer Squid Lullafell seems to be very AoE. M3 was a plot boss. Has anyone actually gotten smashed in the head by the referee on it? They'd be tanking him as Paladin. Well, you got plenty of healing as Paladin and shields for years. So you should be fine, I think. I think the trick is going to be paying attention because it looks like they've got a lot of stuff going on. And range, yeah. Like, this one looks like there's a lot of downtime when she's painting the fields. Have the blessing of the swords and the shields. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of downtime when she's painting the fields. And the Joe-Cat blessing. Joe-Cat blesses all. I think the one we've seen the least attacks of is the Arwing guy. It's Fox McCloud. So he's just going to be a big chunky guy. So I reckon this guy will be number 2. I think he'll be 2. The big one will be AMS. What will the transformation be? Bigger. Chunkier. Hit things harder. I don't know. I don't do Savage. I like watching videos of it. Wait. Oh, no, that's one of the player attacks, isn't it? Yeah, Fox McCloud hasn't got any sort of thing going on. Like, you can't see any of his attacks. Horse Girl's transformation. No, I haven't yet. I need to go do that. I need to see Thunder. Wolf McDonald. So this looks like a lot of earth element going on here. Earth and wind? Earth and wind, yeah. Interesting. No, that is one of her attacks. It's like a weird burb. That's interesting. I like yes. Well, that was not a fun face. And another thing that's interesting, we've got Crescent Island. Ketan Ram should probably retire, but you know. Crescent Island has a lot of both Nimian and Amdapori and Maki artifacts. It's like literally condensed War of the Magi. Because you've got the big upside down towers here somewhere. Where is it? I'm not going to get the frickin' angle.
Are weeded out, allowing the species to thrive.
There. That's Nim. That is Nim. The big stone gargoyle things, these tend to be the thick demon wool. Demon wool got size. And 2 bonus faces for good measure. This demon wools are from Amdaporian stuff. The white mage stuff. Ancient white mages. They did all the stone golems and things like that. And of course you got probably a demon in a box, let's be real. No. I like this dragon. This is cool. I'm assuming this is part of the Crescent Isle stuff. Maybe a big one of the, what are they called? Notorious monsters? Yeah, the Crescent Isle was 7.25. And you got the Boss of Ice Cavern in 9. There was a snake. Gizimaluk. It's Gizlamuk. The Ice Cavern is a Bad Gateway. Wrong button. Yeah, it's just a waltz and a big guy. Big lizard bug thing. Sea lion? The sea lion. It's not this guy. But this is based on Fork Tower, which is... I mean, this could just be a world boss, but it looks too important. So, FF5... Fork Tower is 5, but Fork Tower is also the big raid in what's it called? Crescent Isle. That's going to be the big 48 person raid. Or up to 48. You know what I mean. It's going to be the big thing. Like the Arsenal and that lot. There's got to be someone somewhere identifies what this dragon's supposed to be. Very specific memories of going through it with white mages and geomancers for reasons. Hey, not judging. I did the entirety of Final Fantasy 1 with just the attack command because I couldn't be bothered. It's got like a chain. Interesting. He looks a little bit annoyed and his light bulbs are going a bit overboard. Bit blay, they're basing it more on Eureka than Boja, but at least they've learned some lessons with the party sync. The party sync is good. Like, I would love to get into Boja, but I cannot do it. I want to know who this guy is. Will I have anything like Red Chocobo? I imagine so, because I think black chocobos were quite mean in 5. Grey squirrels. That might be grey squirrels then. Maybe it was maybe the boss is a squirrel. The boss of Fort Tower is just a squirrel. Yeah, see, look, we got more golems. So is Fork Tower a combined effort between white and black mages? I need to get round to trying Boja and Eureka properly at some point. I think what interests me more about Crescent Isle is the lore implications. Because I don't think anywhere else in the game you see Nimian and Amdapori and Maki architecture together. I'm guessing this is Phantom Beastmaster or Phantom Summoner, one of the two. That horse's legs are not okay. The Phantom jobs are interesting. Like, I will be trying all of them out. I want to try all of them. I'm going to see what they do. I wonder how you unlock them all, because I know that it's a bit of a chore doing any of the extra actions and stuff in... Is it Boja that's the hard one to deal with? Not hard, but it takes longer to get anything going. Anyway, I know you have to make them. So I'm curious how you acquire the jobs, whether you get them all in a packet. They are in both, but Eureka is worse. That's fair. That's fair. Again, I haven't got very far in either of them. That's Eureka Boja's drops. Yeah, I got it mixed up then. Again, I haven't got far in either. I wonder if you get them one by one, or if you unlock them as like a massive thing. This bloody shark with the legs. That's just funny. I love it. Yeah, see, this is Nimian. It's got like the upside down tower, hourglass tower. The Nimian stuff is an hourglass. That's why the key is an hourglass, because the Lana Phils adjusted it. Oh my god, lore. When you said packing. Yeah, you just open them and gacha phantom jobs. Lore bonds. They've retroactively given a reason for the hourglass shapes. Except that they did the hourglass on the key after the thing. I think the key itself is just the white crystal in the middle. That's my take on it anyway. You don't want to start me off on lore. I will write entire fan fictions on a whim. Right, creepy Sphene. Are we saying Asian? I think it's either Asian or the guy in the blue hair. With the blue hair. It's got to be one of those two. I don't think there's any way it could be anything else. I've done no mogtomes. We've been babbling for an hour. AI simulation, not from living memory. That too. I think it's obviously it's one of the pilots, the robots, with Sphene pasted over the top, because she demonstrates that in the MSQ anyway. So it's probably one of the robots being piloted by someone else. I don't think it's just AI, because she says we. Like at the end of the trailer, she says we. So I reckon she's being piloted by the blue guy. Probably the new character. Yeah. I think she's being piloted by him. Whether he has anything to do with the last few mischievous goings on or not is another thing, but she is probably being piloted by him. Who would benefit from trying to bring people back to using replicators and memory wipes? Someone who probably wants to manipulate the populace. An invader from Lindblom, that is very likely. Maybe the guy in blue is from Lindblom. This guy, because he's over the top. She's got the arms out. There's this full-on stereotypical puppet imagery. Like, you got this as proper puppet imagery. You've got the hands out as if being controlled sort of thing. It's that she's got the palms up because she's supposed to look welcoming and friendly. And he's in the background here, being all ominous with his doll eyes shut. Noah Kaiba. No, Noah had green hair. Noah was based off the original Kaiba from Season 0. Let's not start me on Yu-Gi-Oh! Right, we solved it. This guy is an astro. He's an astrologian. He looks like a doll. He looks like 9S. He's probably using 9S's model as a base. He's very blurry. Like, he's obviously... Hello, Wicklamat. He's obviously been in some kind of hospital situation or... just in medical situation of some kind, yeah. Story, dungeon and trial are the things you're least excited for. That's fair. I want to go to space with the Loporits. Also Hardy Boiled. This is such a cool screenshot. I love the Hildebrand stuff, but this is so cool. It's too cool for Hildy. To be fair, this is not Hildebrand. This is Hardy Boiled. Different guy. Look at Nashu being held up like a naughty kitten. Look what you've done, Nashu. What have you done? Did you upset the Cyclops? Same guy, different reflection. Different guy, same soul. Different guy, same soul. This is just so cool. Look at that. I love the Hildebrand cinematics. The idea of noir detective in cyberpunk location. It's really clever. Like, it is genuinely a clever design choice. I love it. It's not something you normally come up with. I don't think it even can rain in Solution 9. I'm pretty sure it's all indoors. But there'll be some way, like sprinklers will go off and he'll be standing in it in the background. I just wish the quest lines were longer. I adore the Hildebrand stories. I'm interested to see where Hildy comes in, and Godbert, and Brandyhild. Brandyhild's in this direction somewhere as well. Maybe the three of them will be like together and just sort of looking at each other like that Spider-Man meme. Just, you! Blade Runner Tears in the Rain reference. I don't know that one. I'll have to have a look it up. What else have we got? Moon building. I love this Lepore. He's so happy to be there. Space. So the first phase, we will be working on the moon, and then we'll move elsewhere later. But I guess we'll see what happened with all the Guardians that wanted to go there. It's from the finale of the movie, so quite spoilery. It's okay, I have not really got any inclination to go watch it. I know I should, but eh. The one place not corrupted by capitalism. We're gonna ruin it. We get a moon buggy. Oh yeah, look, that's Warrior of Light. So I'm guessing this is just like a random cutscene where you're doing stuff. Tim Curry Laporte. Yes, please. Yes, please. Please. Square, please. I know you're not watching my stream, but please, please, Tim Curry Laporte. I would love it. We need a Tim Curry Laporte. Mech thing. It's like they make a big deal with the mech, but it's like, it's just a big drill. Brandon Lee Mulligan doing the Tim Curry impression. That is acceptable. But I still want Tim Curry Laporte now. What would his name be? This guy just sort of directing people around, I guess. Digger! Commander Way. Yes. Yes. Let us have Commander Way. Let us. That's a mammoth. So I guess this is just from a cutscene where something is upgraded. That's got to be a cutscene from that. They finally found a use for the machinist flamethrower. Mechanist, machinist, doesn't matter. They found a use for it. They can remove it from the machinist set now. Other than lazy AoE, yeah. Look, I am a Fizz range main, and I never use flamethrower. Except out of combat because it looks funny. I'm guessing we'll see the rest of the Guardians that we sent to the moon while we're building all this. Yeah, it's going to be built up in stages, and it's server based. I am too. I do use it mostly on Unsynced EX. I just go in on Bard and kill it in a little bit. Just for a carbuncle. That's what they're for. Like, you pick them up, you throw them at them, and they hit with a squeaky toy sound. I think that's how it works anyway. You got people going, oh, well, it'll be botted. And it's like, they haven't got anything, any kind of practical bonus for being top of the leaderboards. So it's really not that big a deal. So I'm just going to treat it as a casual pop in, gather things, make things, pop out again. Just fun. I missed the firmament. No, there's no titles. I think they covered this in the live letter. Come in vanilla, lime, lemon and strawberry. Delicious carbuncle. Tataru's the most powerful arcanist in the world. I've lost my train of thought. No, they said in the live letter, the bonuses you get a hologram at the base, you get a place on the leaderboard, and you get some silly little visual effect applied to your character that you can turn off if you want. And you can't get the top contributor again for another 14 days. That's it. No title, just there. At least that's for now. It might change when it comes towards the end of the cosmic exploration stuff. Like, I don't know if the firmament had top contributor titles, but it's like that. It's like Diadem in space. It did. Maybe it'll come later in later sections, but for the time being, that's all you're getting. So I would more likely expect the top contributors to be anyone with their catgirl in the 2B tights, trying their best to get their catgirl on the hologram. That's what I imagine it going to end up being. 2B tights and nothing else. My mistake. Hempen undershirt. Or bikini top. What are they called? Freaking... I don't remember. I don't remember what they're called. But there'll definitely be 2B tights and boots. I want to know what is going on with this. It's such a normal, unrevealing shot. But this is one of the branch bearer mobs that is out in... what's the place called? The really cool blue forest. That's one of the branch bearer mobs. So I'm curious what it's doing in the vegetables. Lanky Kong's home. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Because this can't be nothing. It's such a non-specific thing to include in the trailer that it has to be something. It's not like you're doing a flyby of a new area and showing off the enemies in it. That's for the launching stuff. So I guess it's for the mammal jar. Yeah. What was that one for? It's going to be gathering, that one, isn't it? Crafting or gathering, one of those two. Or both. Probably both. Yeah, it's both. Not combat. Yeah, there we go. Not combat. I'm so good at remembering things, you guys. So maybe we're there to get new vegetables because this guy has eaten them all. What was the cafe at the end of the universe? Crafting and gathering. I love the cafe at the end of the universe. It's such a chill place. Pretty sure it was both, but I did it on Crafter. Gatherer. Was it just gathering? I can check. I have the video game here. Loporits were crafting, yeah. So Omicrons were gathering, Loporits were crafting. So this will probably be gathering. They mention it in the actual live letter. I can skim through that in a minute. Or skim through the notes anyway. Look how happy they all are. There's like glowy squashes and a very fancy sandwich. I want to eat that sandwich. Look how good this sandwich looks. Look at that. Illegal. This should not be this good looking. Look at it. I want this sandwich. Sandwiches for heavy weapons guy. Transform. There we go. I'm fine. I'm fine. Sandwich. It's Pikmin Mario Party levels of ridiculously high definition. Yeah, but it looks so good. And apple slices. Those are some big apples. They're like the size of this Hrothgar's head. To be fair, have you seen 15? That is true. 15's good food looked so good when it came out. Like, I wanted to eat it. I wanted to eat it so badly. Cup noodles. Hardy boiled. I'm trying to see what they're running from. Wait, what's going on here? Something escaping the Arcadian? It could be. Could be. Where is my... Yeah, we have done no... no tombstones, but it's fine. We're having fun. Oh, that's loud. Turn that down. Right, so we've got... Wait. Those were... Well, the soldiers have been seen to be attacking... What was the name of the group that Erenville's mum was with? Oblivion? Oblivion? Slow motion. Let's go. Right, explosion in the Arcadian. This guy. And this guy. They're Oblivion members. And they're fighting the robots. So I'm guessing the robots have gone out of control again. Or the Oblivion members are out of control. Or maybe it's Preservation disguised as Oblivion members. Who knows? The Hildetrix. Yeah, you can see them here fighting all the robots. So this is where that cutscene is taking place. You'd think they'd turn the lights off. Turn the energy drink powers off. Power lights off. Or recharge station, perhaps that's what it means. But it's definitely there. That's alright. Can't see the Arcadian as anything except a giant graphics card. I think that's the idea. I think that's the idea. It's massive. Look at it. World's biggest GPU. But then all of Solution 9 is pretty frickin' massive. Solution 9, sponsored by Nvidia and Raid Shadow Legends. Join up now for some free stuff. Let's put this back on. Nanomachine, son. These guys are gonna die. Yeah, none of this lot are wearing regulators. So I feel like this is after the... This is not Prime Energy drink. I mean, have you seen that stuff that this guy sells? I don't think it's far off. I'm pointing at the guy in Solution 9 and then I've realised that I've got this trailer over the top of my screen. That guy down there. Yeah, these people aren't wearing regulators. So this is probably during the attack. But also, I reckon it's after, where they've told them to put them on. And make sure they're all registered and all that. And I think this guy is the one that was at the funeral. Which totally wasn't a funeral, but he was wearing a regulator, so maybe it's a different guy. Gee, I wonder who this could be. There we go, that's a little bit better. This, clearly, the real Sphene. Lapis Lazuli. See, they could have made the inside of the hood red for the whole white mage disguise that Garnet wore in 9, but I guess they didn't want to make it quite that on the nose. And she seems to be having a bit of an existential crisis because they've just told her she died. Just walked up and started wobbling towards her. They're butchering 9 enough, that is true. Yoshi P said something about not wanting to be that close, but the writer's getting a bit carried away, I think. It's best to consider it an alternative universe of 9. I do like this hoodie though, I want it. It's cute. Who is this person? They're in full headpiece, so you can't see who they are. Which means they're not a Vieira. More like desperate fan service to get approvals. I think at this point they're committed to doing it. It doesn't matter if they want to or not now. They need to work with what they've put into the main story. But I think after all this stuff's done, I think what's interesting is going to be what they decide to do with the story. Because now they've opened all this technological can of worms, as it were. Like, it was one thing having the Allagans being like this super technological thing, and the Loporites being up on space being this super technological thing. And I love technology in fantasy. I do. Don't get me wrong. I adore it. And I know it's a historical part of Final Fantasy as well. But they have brought a large amount of a reflection with significantly more advanced technology to the source. And it sets the stage for a world conflict, I feel. Because the more places find out about Alexandria, about Solution 9, I feel that's potential for a new political kind of storyline. Which players may or may not love, obviously. Realm Reborn, very political, and Stormblood, definitely. But I feel that seems to be the stage they've set. Whether on purpose or deliberate. It's like they've set it up so the option is there. I feel at the moment they're stuck in the high sci-fi kind of route. But after that, it's likely this is what will happen, I think. Expansion to the Tural Charlian counterpoints during the MSQ. Yeah. Yeah, like Kona always wanted to bring technology across, and learning it's not always right to just bring it wholesale and needs to be adapted and things like that. I think it's more likely we're going to ignore it all and go to other reflections. That is very, very possible. I saw a video earlier today about where someone's gone, they could work with Ultima being an extra dimensional being. And in the Alliance raids, they mention... This is a point that a lot of people missed. They mention Electrope is from the Void Between. It's from the Rift Between. Which implies that it was put there. This is very ominous music for me coming up with this far-fetched fan theory. Greg brought it over. I mean, Greg could have brought it over. Greg absolutely could have brought it over entirely by accident. He probably isn't aware it came over. Was it stated to be like a crystal or a metal? Or a mineral sort of thing? I think it was stated to be a crystal, right? I think it was stated to be a crystal. I think it's a mineral, but I think it's stated to be crystal-like. But I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Says it's more like a rock or something. An element. It could be like that, yeah. But they mention in the Alliance raid, what's his name? Cereal Jar? Time to play all of Dawn Trail again. Alisay going, oh, it's not the bloody Alligans again, is the best line of the whole expansion. I'm sorry. I adore that line. It's the best. But I feel like... But regardless, Electrope seems to spread. So even if they brought like this tiny seed over, perhaps in the distant past, or maybe it was an ancient creation that got lost in the rift, and then part of it ended up in the ninth reflection and started spreading. Maybe that's how it happened there. Like a corruption like Phazon. Yeah. Like it's a highly adaptable material. It's incredibly powerful. Let's be honest here. It's probably ancient technology that's been lost or self-replicates. Nanomachines again. Let's go with that. And that's probably where it's come from. I've gone on a tangent. Well, you're getting an idea of how my mind works when I write stories now, I guess. Now waiting for the log entry that says science team has paper for brain. I do wonder who this guy is, though. And the one behind him. Gotta have the compulsory science shot. Dungeon. Looks like we have to enter with an elevator, obviously. This is going to be the elevator, or that one's going to be the elevator. Because it's down below Solution 9. It's very much stated to be that. So we are in the depths, in the foundations of Solution 9. This is the entrance to the dungeon. Yeah. As you're coming down that elevator. So it's like Solution 8. I think that's the 8th floor. Because wasn't Solution 9 like the 9th floor of the tower? It's like one of several cities in there. Ventilation fan. An old roadway. Residential shopping district, yeah. Yeah, it's an old roadway. Going round here. That's pretty cool. So we probably come down this elevator and go this way. Yeah, go this way along. Or vice versa. Then we hop into the... I'm guessing we come down this one because that's where the camera pans. Go along here. And we either go into this one. But the road looks broken there. So maybe we hop down onto the roadway. No, that's me dreaming too much. We're going to go in that elevator. It's like a robot armadillo. Yeah, robot armadillo. And the castle. And importantly, the castle does not have any electrode attachments to it. Like, they've built the whole place around it. But there is nothing attached to this castle. So they basically left it untouched from, presumably, the war. And I'm guessing this is the top of the castle because obviously it's quite big. It looks like a ruined aetheryte, but it's the crystal that's on top of the Final Fantasy IX's castle. Which I think gives it the impression that it's got a sword through it. It's like a version of that. It's the summoning crystal for Alexander. I reckon you know the big crater in Heritage Found, the massive one out in the water. I reckon that is to do with the war that put the castle into the ruins. Not put... Words. The war that triggered the building of Solution 9. But the castle does look like a ruined aetheryte. The little pod ball on its tail. I love these stupid armadillos. This looks like a door. What is that? I remember an enemy like that. It's another golem kind of enemy. Yeah, because you've got the wings here. The wings here. The sword is... This goes through the castle. The wings are Alexander's wings. I'm pretty sure that's the symbol. I can tell you what that boss is. Please remind me. Please. It's gonna bother me otherwise. It's gonna bother me. I'm just looking at the pretty symbol. Boss from Kuja's castle. That's it. That's it. It's the one you can depower by gathering things. Ah. There's so many statues and enemies and things. What? So how do you reckon that's going to apply with this? So how do you tell which slice she's attacking next? I guess you just have to frickin' run. This is a very fancy and very pretty move. She is such a pretty designed robot. I love her design. And the reuse of the Red Mage animations to emphasize her attacks, because that's just sort of her thing. I love her design. She's so pretty. You think it feels like a lazy design. That's fair. That is extremely fair. Would have been funnier if she was one of the Moldjar bots, though. But I guess they were just, again, trying to totally, not deliberately, invoke Beatrix. totally not on purpose. I agree with him, but I can see your point. Yeah, like, it is generic. It is generic human style lady robot. But it is very pretty. I love the colours on it. Like, it's all silver and gold and red. It's the kind of bronze red. I think that's the part I love the most because it just stands out. And then again, I know it's because Beatrix's hair, but I'm a sucker for that kind of sci-fi aesthetic. I think that what I like is it's like a mix. It's like a mix between sci-fi and just a suit of armour. I think the belt might be a bit much. The belt part might be a bit much, but I love the rest of it. And the weird halo thing, that might be a bit much as well. But the main outfit, love it. Outfit, body, whatever. You know. She's got a little cloak. It's a Squeenix game, you can't get away from belts. That's true. That is very true. I want her shoes. I know it's a whole robot, but I want her shoes. Those would be such fun shoes to have. That's just a big fancy raid wide. That's not going to kill you. This guy, I just so silly. Okay, I think we've run out of trailer. Like, this guy, clearly the important part of the expansion. Probably puppeteering Sphene. Actual Sphene is with us. This dragon is very cool. We all agree on that. Even if he does have light bulbs for wings. It's just so pretty. But the stuff I want to do is in later patches. Like I'll do... Looks pretty glass cannon-y. What one were we talking about? What one were we on at the time? Oh yeah, this part. Let's ignore that. The dragon. It's not going to be glass cannon. I think he's going to be very tanky. That's a graphics tablet pen, by the way. I've got one of these. It's just such pretty architecture. I know it's just reusing the Watcher's Palace here, and I want to know what's with the bubbles. Oh, and did you see that they're changing sprint in towns and other rest areas? I'm so glad. We're going to be able to jog. We are going to be able to jog around in towns. It's going to be great. What changes to sprint? They will be changing sprint. In combat, it'll be the same. But in rest areas, so towns, anywhere with the moon icon, you hit sprint. And instead of when sprint's stopping, and when the buff stops, instead of it completely going away, you swap to jogging. So you'll swap to jogging instead of going to your slowest speed, which will be walking or running. It's like they're adding an extra tier in between your regular run and sprint, but only in rest areas at the moment. Sprint will be adjusted. This is from Nova Crystallis website, obviously, where you can queue additional uses of the action, where it will automatically deploy when the sprint timer reaches 0. The number queued up will appear above the buff icon in the enhancements of your UI, or it was a floating number from Yoshida's whole bar and is actually irrelevant. This goes for PvP and PvE. And you will also be able to move while summoning your mount. So you won't need to stop immediately. Moderately paced jogging in the 20s as opposed to running in the 90s. Fuck's sake. Yes. So it'll be sprint, jog plus jog, then walk. No, it'll be sprint, jog, your normal jog. Hang on. Let me turn this out. So we've got walk. Walk is this speed. This is run. Jog will be slightly faster. And sprint is here. So it'll be somewhere between sprint and run. So a little bit in between there. How can a jog be faster than a run? I don't know. It's just what they used, the term they used during the live stream. It's just the term they used during the live stream. Don't ask me. I'm not on the team. I'm going to put Frog Bunny on. There we go. Is jogging going to have its own animation or sped up normal walking like how Peloton works? Well, I'm on Bard at the moment, so I can actually show this. So Peloton uses the same animation as run. But when you sprint with Peloton on, you're even faster. So we've got MSQ. You'll have the underkeep. I'm going through the website now. And recollection will be all part of the MSQ. I wish they'd do more bonus dungeons. Like, that is one thing I think that they needed to do more often, is more bonus dungeons, so that the more casual players have something to do that isn't raiding. But yes, I want more bonus dungeons, and I hope they go back to them at some point. I doubt they will, but I hope they do. Arcadium will add a new tier of duties for Cruiserweight. Unreal Trial will be swapped in the 7.2 patch, yep. Secure, not Shatter. Secure will be back in PvP. And there'll be more PvP job changes. That happens every patch. I don't think that's newsworthy. New quest featuring the Corn Servant. We all love the Corn Servant. He's the best. PvE jobs will be adjusted. There were some comments about melee DPS buffs. And Pictomancer say we'll see nerfs. They'll be nerfing Pictomancer. I think that's a shame. Sunken Temple will be compatible with duty support. And we'll probably change all the puzzles in it. And that's going to make me sad. Savage will release on April 1st. Anyway, this patch will patch 7.2 comes out the week I'm off, so I'll actually be able to play that. That's going to be fun. Cosmic Exploration is end of April, and then we have to wait all the way to the end of May for 7.25 for the Occult Crescent, field exploration, and allied societies, and Hildebrand. Okay. So that's been a lot of chattering.